Hey guys, so I was tagged by the YouTuber Chubbs to do a person behind the games video, which is basically 10 facts about yourself to help like people open up and become part of the gaming community. And so you should definitely check out his video, it's really cool, and here's mine. So number 1, the first game I ever owned was Pokemon Red, and I got that for Christmas maybe when I was like 6 or 7 or something, like I can't really remember. And I remember it taking me like about a week to work out how to get out of the room that you were in. So like I was literally walking around a room for like a week without getting out of the house and witnessing the don't go out in tall grass. Number 2, I have quite a lot of tattoos. I've got a really big tattoo on my leg of the Pokemon Entei, he's my favourite. I've got an anchor, which my friend has a Harry Potter tattoo that matches because we've got like our birth flowers for each other, so they're like friendship tattoos. I've got a rat because that was like the first pet I had, and they were called like Damien and Smithy, and they were my babies. I've also got 2 ambigrams on my wrist that I got on my 18th birthday that say Saint and Sinner, and you can read them upside down, and it's a little bit cheesy, but for my tattoos I want to have like one arm as like a black and grey, kind of the darker side of things, and also the other arm in like colour of like the brighter side of things, so that's kind of what that reflects. And I've also got 2 quotes. One is forever trust in who we are and nothing else matters, and the other is we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dreams. And one of them is Metallica and the other is an Irish poem, and you can work out which one's which. Number 3, I have a lovely little puppy called Loki, and he is of course named after Loki from the Marvel comics, Thor's brother, the god of mischief, which he certainly lives up to. He's a miniature schnauzer and he's about 8 months old, and he is everything to me. Like, I've waited like so long to have a dog because I grew up with them, and a lot of the foster care placements I lived in had dogs, so like since I've been living on my own for like 4 years like properly, and I've only recently got him, so like yeah, it's quite important to me. Number 4, I can play guitar, and also I'm actually graduating next month with a degree in creative music technology, so well, hopefully. And I'd love to spend more time like writing music and sound design for video games. That's like my ultimate goal. Number 5, I actually quite like sports, even though I'm not really the skinniest girl. My favourites are roller derby, ice hockey and football. I played roller derby for a little bit, but I was a bit too scared of like getting hurt, like because I'd had braces for ages and like having to wear gum shields and like falling over on your ass quite a lot. Like, I love skating, but I don't know whether I can cope with roller derby, like maybe as a ref or something. In terms of football, I support my local team, Aldershot Town Football Club, and I actually ended up becoming a video editor for the match highlights for them. So come on, you shots. Number 6, I'm actually not a very confident person, and I usually struggle quite a lot with public speaking, so doing videos on YouTube like really helps that, because like I'm quite shy like in general life until you get to know me like a lot. At number 7, when I was 15 I ran away from home after my mum died, and I actually spent some time like homeless, living in hostels and B&Bs, and like was eventually put into foster care. And like with regards to that, a lot of people probably feel the same way, that gaming is like a really good escape when things are like really rubbish in your day-to-day life. And I also feel the same about like music, like just putting your headphones in or playing a song or something can be like a really good escape. And at the end of the day, it's like gaming and music are like the 2 things that really make me happy, like even when everything's gone not very well. So that's kind of like why I do what I do and why I like those things. Number 8, fears. Well, it might sound silly, but I'm actually like quite scared of needles. Like, I have loads of tattoos, but like to get them I've gone through like passing out and being sick and like really not feeling well for like hours on end. But it's mainly because like I love tattoos so much that I get over it. Like I really hate getting injections because there's no like ultimate reward for it in the same way that you've got like visible tattoos all the time. Another fear I have is like I kind of get afraid of leaving the house. Like not agoraphobia, but like when I first moved here I was like really scared of like answering the door to people because I didn't know who they were. Like because it was the first time I'd lived on my own, and it was like even though I left home when I was 15, like sleep on the streets and being in a house where someone's come there, it's not really logical. It's just that I'm scared of what might happen. Yeah, but that doesn't really affect me on like a day-to-day basis. It's just when like you get really into like a negative mindset, and then like all your like things start spiraling out of control, and you kind of like lose control of like logic and reason and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not too bad. Number 9, my favourite game. I like so many. Well, I absolutely love Journey and Flower by That Game Company, if you know them. Like they're so gorgeous, just like the sound, the music, the gameplay, the graphics, like everything is just incredibly beautiful. And like Flower especially is like quite relaxing to play, like you're not really in any risk ever, but it still has like a narrative and a really nice game. Like that's good. I can go back to that at any point and play it if I want to chill out. I do love like a lot of indies because they're very like artistic and expressive, like, and I'm really into that kind of thing. And I also have a soft spot for Assassin's Creed. Like I'll probably be loyal to them even if like all the releases are like have loads of glitches. Like I'll still be like the best game ever. And number 10, lastly, it's kind of like a weird one, but I wanted to say it, is that I like love people, like just in general, like humanity and stuff like that. Like for example, like when I'm on the underground in London, there's like so many people, and like I sit there and kind of like daydream and wonder about like what each person's like done with their day, like what their background is, like what their lives are like, and like I'm always curious about that. And like I always stop to talk to people who are like homeless or living on the streets. Like I always give them a bit of money because it like breaks my heart to see people like that when the government have like so much money, like, and there's people living with no food and shelter. Like it really makes me like sad, and like I wish I could do something to help it because I've been in that situation without any support. But like I always want to talk to people and know what their stories and backgrounds are, in the sense of like where they've come from and where they are in life. And like it brings me back to like why I like games, because sometimes people tell those stories through games, and like that's what makes them so amazing, and that's why I love them. Loki agrees. So I'm gonna tag the Sound Architect, Andrew Overfield, and the X-Master, and anybody who's watching this that might want to make up my other two, feel free and let me know. Thank you, bye!